Well, I've got a new tool, and it helps with lots of things. This is a light pad, or an artist's tracing pad that lights up. And it's not just something that is used for art, like putting, a picture on here to trace it and then do a painting of it, things like that. But this is awesome when you're sewing. And the reason why I say that is, if you've ever downloaded online a PDF of a pattern of something you want to make, a lot of times they'll come where it's gradiated, where it has all the different sizes on one pattern. You have to take the pages together to get the actual pattern. So, and you print this out on your printer, and then you have to either decide which size you're going to make, or you can use the light pad and make every single size that's on here its own separate pattern. And that's what I'm in the process of doing. So, in order to know how big of plain paper you need in order to make your second pattern for this, you just take out a ruler and you measure basically across the bottom of it. Figure that's like the whole, for the all the way up to the extra large. This one is 13 and let's see, 6, 8, 9/12 inches, and then from the top to the bottom it's basically 16.5 inches to 16 3/4. So and I just took regular copy paper, taped them together just like that, and I'm going to use a permanent marker to outline the pattern onto here. So what's great about this size is perfect in the sense it's size called A2. I don't know, they have A2, A3, A4. So I know the A4 is about, it's like 11 inches by 18, I think is what it is. This particular one, lighted surface, you have, that's 18. You have 23 inches by 17 inches. So you have 23 inches by 17 inches of workspace to use. And when you're doing, like I'm making these hats, and this hat pattern is for beanies, it fits on here, by itself, it fits on here fine. So the way you use these tracing pads is, and why I say it's a great sewing tool, is because, like I said, sometimes you can't find a pattern in the store that you like, but you can find it online, so you pay to have a downloaded PDF, and this is what you end up with. But I want to have one of each size so that I don't have to keep going back and adding and subtracting to this one. What's neat about this one, I got this on eBay for 40 bucks. And they sell for a lot more than that typically. It came with 4 little clips, so I could clip my paper on there so it doesn't slide around. That's mostly, I guess, that would be if I was going to use it for artistic purposes. But for this, I really don't need it. But I can put one on here just to kind of show you. So this paper fits on here real nice. It's plenty big enough. And on this light pad, it's got centimeters marked off on 2 edges. So you can literally measure what you need to measure. And so if I wanted to use this with the paper clip, I would have to put it like here, put one here, and one here, where some of the paper is over the black portion of it. So it won't slide around. So I've already cut out my extra small. I actually made one of the sizes from scratch from this, and I will tell you how you can do that as well, and the parts that you need to measure when you do that. So this particular one I cut out and actually made a hat from. Where's my hat at? It's in the other room. So let me go grab that so you can see what this pattern turns out to be. So this downloaded PDF pattern is for this beanie hat. I made the extra large just so that I'd have one on hand. It's reversible, which makes this pattern really great. It's such a very easy pattern. We're going to make these. I'm going to show you how to make these. And so when you turn it, you can use one color or the other for the outside. You just turn up the edge. It was a little large on my head, but kind of show you. They're very warm. I mean, it can sit, you know. You can make like red and white, make a Santa one and put a little pom-pom on the top if you want. But this is the beanie hat that this pattern is from that I downloaded online. So this one's been cut. So when I first put the pattern together, it came out this way. Where it has all the lines and all the sizes, and I've marked out the notch on that outside piece. But now I want to make a, excuse me, I think it's a medium large or just a small. Oh my goodness. I have extra small. This is one I actually did on using this light pad. And this one is the small medium, which this one I calculated everything, and this is freehanded from the original. Instead of tracing it on here, I wanted to show you how you can do it. If you don't have a light pad, you can still do this. Okay, so I guess we need to do a small. So let's just do well, a small, medium I have. So we'll do the extra small, because I have the extra small, because that'll be, see, this will be the first one, the extra small, and then that one, and that way all I have left is the medium large and the large extra large to do. So with that, the extra small, should I do medium large? Maybe I'll do medium large, because medium large uses up this size paper. This one has the extra large. So we'll do the medium large, and the small, the extra small, I'll do after the fact. So you want to put this on. I like to place it where, because I know that it's not gonna, I'm not gonna be able to make two out of this. So I'm gonna place it with the straight edge on the bottom. Line it up with the actual paper straight edge. See, and then I can, you know, flip this to it. I did this backwards. I'm telling you the wrong way. This is what you want to be lit up on it. This is why I have to take my time. So you place the pattern itself on the light board, or tracing board, or whatever you want to call it, and you cover it up with this paper, which is your, basically your tracing paper. You can use tracing paper, and then you turn it on, and you can see. Of course, you guys can't see because it's really super bright, but it has different levels of brightness. To demonstrate how bright this light is, this is the lowest setting for it. And I know on camera you can't really see what I'm seeing, but I wanted to show you that it has 3 levels of brightness. Actually, there's more than 3. There's like 5. So what I've done is put the pattern underneath. And I'm going to trace it, even though I know y'all can't really see what I'm seeing, which is kind of difficult to explain. Let me see if I can at least get the camera maybe over top so you can actually get an idea just how much of a help this would be in tracing patterns. Now you can see there, you can see the lines underneath. And all I'm going to do is trace those out with this marker. And what did I decide to do? I was doing this, the large, which is this pink one. So I'm going to take and outline it with my marker. And I'm just drawing along it and then pick it up. So I'm going to turn my overhead light back on. And that way I'm not blinding myself in here. And a lot of times what I'll do is I'll take the ruler here just to make sure that I'm nice crisp straight line. I think this marker is getting ready to run out of ink on me, so I have a backup, which is right here. Always good to have a couple of markers around. So I'm going to line that. And then I'm going to go to that line for that size. This is the large one. So I already have my extra small. And come down here. The reason why I use a permanent marker is because it does cover up the tape marks. So then when it comes to the top portion of it, and this is the, okay, I've got the wrong copy on here. This is the one I want on here. This is the one that was cut out. I needed the uncut one. So let me fix that. This is the one that is uncut. So that way all the sizes are on here exactly how they should be. And just like that. Okay. Okay. Come up to the top. Well, I placed it wrong. This has to come down further. That was my mistake. So, we're going to fix this. I will just put an X through that line that I put there, because I need to make sure that my points are at the top. There we go. So I have to be able to go to the top of the paper. And I'll go and redraw those. You want to make sure you're using your original PDF download to do this with, and not after you've cut it out for a different size. So I want this size to be just the one size and not the multiple 6 sizes. So we're going to go like this. And I'm just going to put X's through this line because that's not my cutting line. The cutting line is this bottom line. That way I know don't cut on that. So when you get to the top part, of course this is all going to be freehand. Just got to have a nice steady hand. And come down to meet the line at the side. Mark your little notch in there. And follow that same color. This is color coded. So you just follow that same color around. Like that. And where are you? 1, 2, 3. Okay, where's that pink line? Here it is. Okay. So now I have my pattern. All I need to do is cut it out. So let me turn this off. So now you can actually see. So for one thing I did not do. I did not trace this line over here, which I should have done. So let's go to this side. Okay, there we go. Turn that off. So this is the large, extra large. So I want to make sure that I mark it. Large, extra large, beanie, main panel, main panel. Okay, I'm going to unclip this. Put those on the other side. So this is the original uncut with the 6 sizes on it. And I put that on the light pad. I put some blank paper on top, and I just traced around the large, extra large portion. So now I have a pattern for the large and extra large. Then all you do is you cut it out, pin it on your fabric, and start your project. So now you can do I haven't tried doing this with, say, a piece of like a muslin on top to have that a cloth pattern, but I'm sure this is bright enough that it would go through muslin. I will have to test that for this little number here. So I just have, let me think about, I'm going to leave this one left uncut just in case someone wants a copy, wants one of the patterns. That way I can go ahead and make them one like this, put in an envelope, and here you go. Because these things are so easy to make, the instructions are super, super simple. So this one I have the extra, extra large, which I need to mark this because the yellow line on this is the extra, extra large. This is XXL. That's why the hat's so big. But if you have a lot of braids, or you have a lot of a really thick head of hair, or you just like big hats, then it's a perfect size for that. Now what's nice about the instructions for this download that I got is it tells you which size fits what circumference head, or technically, generic size. Like the extra, extra small is like for a toddler. The extra small is for a child or a teenager, and then you have the small, medium, medium, large, and those would be different adult sizes. And I'm just cutting this out so I have it to put in my folder. I'm actually going to be making the toddler hats, toddler beanies. This is also a good pattern for doing the beanies that they use for chemotherapy patients, which is basically what this is made for. And so for summertime, if you want, and it's done with a stretched fabric. This beanie design has it uses a stretched fabric. Since it's wintertime, I'm making them out of a stretched fleece. It's not super thick, but it's very, very warm. So I'm just cutting these out. And so first step is get yourself a light pad, and make sure if you want the larger one that you get the A2. That's the letter A as an apple, and the number 2. If you don't anticipate doing, large pieces like I do, then you can get the A4. Like I said, this is the big one. This is the one that's like got 20, what did I say? Almost 23 inches by, let's see, by 18 inches. So it's 23 by 18 of lighted space. And the rest is the outer black edging. So then now I've got my pattern. And I didn't have to, cut this up. And I printed 2 of these, and that's why I did have one that I did cut from with the extra large, which was the biggest size on here. Sometimes I'll do that. It's easier than using tracing paper or, a tracing marker, like trying to put your hand under here and kind of like trace the next size down. So this is the extra large. That's the large XL. And I have to do do I have a medium? Medium large, I think, is what I'm missing. Medium large and the small. So I'm going to make those other 2 patterns. And, if you think it's just something that would help you out, to do these hats and not wanting to destroy the original pattern by being able to make 6 patterns from the one, it's great. If you're into drawing, it's also great. You can practice your techniques with tracing paper and whatnot from photographs or whatever. But I highly recommend it. I found this they typically, this size will sell for $60 and up, and I was able to find it on eBay for $40. So by all means, this one actually has, there's some of them that are rechargeable. This one actually has a plug where it plugs in to an outlet. It has, the cord, and you can detach the cord, for storing. But I prefer the ones that you can plug right into the wall or into a power strip, and because it's less for me to lose. So let me know what you think, as this being a tool to help you out with your sewing, because I knew I was going to be making a bunch of these hats, and I didn't want to have to print out 6 of these because it uses up a lot of ink and toner from the printer. So I said, well, shoot, I'll print 1 or 2, and then I'll just trace the other 4 and have individual patterns for each one. So let me know in the comments what you think, and next video I'm making is making the little beanies.